non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo.
Hello, today I'll talk about the risotto with Ceps mushroom. Risotto is an Italian dish that has been introduced and integrated over the time into traditional Catalan cuisine. The fraction of riso means rice in Italian and comes from the northeastern regions of the country, where a large amount of this cereal was grown. The name of risotto comes from the way of cooking it with more broth. Together with the Parmesan cheese, it forms one of the main characteristics of the dish. Like all popular dishes in a region, it can be combined with different seasonal products such as vegetables, meat, fish, and all kinds of mushroom. So today I will talk you about the risotto with Ceps mushroom, which is a product of great identity in our Catalan land. Although its simplicity, it requires some experience and a lot of patience to cook it very well. The ingredients: the rice must be strong and round, since it must undergo prolonged cooking with continuous stirring so that it slowly releases the starch, giving a tasty flavor. Però també podem agafar de la terra, sempre que sigui en bomba, del Delta de l'Ebre i del Montsià, o també és molt bo el Rodo de Pals. Stir fry is the transparent layer of fat that we get by frying the onion, butter, and a drizzle of oil used to cover all the rice. Spices: salt, black pepper, cinnamon powder, nutmeg powder, grated orange peel, vegetable broth, and to give it more creaminess, grated Parmesan cheese, and finally, milk cream. Today the main ingredient is Ceps dried mushroom, which you will find throughout the year. Hydrate it in water for 30 minutes and reserve the hydration liquid to add to cooking. Finally, we have a glass of dry white wine. Everyone thinks that is to give it a good flavor, but it also serves to degrease cooking residues that can be adhered to the pan. And the most important of all is to use a wooden spoon to avoid the metal damaging the rice grain during the long agitation process. We have cut the onion into very small pieces called Brunoise in 1 by 1 millimeters. The cut is divided into 3 parts. Ciselé, it consists of horizontal cuts without reaching the end. The knot goes on the opposite side of the cut. Vertical, the knot is in the same direction of the cut and without cutting it completely. Finally, chopped, the knot goes on the opposite side of the cut, and now be very careful and hide your knuckles. You will see that the onion has been completely chopped. This is the idea of chopping the onion. After grate the cheese and to hydrate the ceps, let's start making the stir fry. In an iron saucepan, we will put the butter so that it dissolves. We'll add a little oil so that it doesn't stick. When everything dissolves, we will add the onion. Well, now that everything is dissolved is when we'll add the onion. It will take approximately 15 minutes time with the soft fire and covering it with a lid. We will make the onion a little more than transparent and white.
Minutos más tarde.
After 15 minutes, in my case is about 30 minutes, because I don't like it to be raw, but also not dark. If you find that cooking has been too fast, you can use a little trick, add a little broth to prolong the cooking. This is the point of cooking, it's not crude, but it is transparent. Now we will add the hydrated and drained ceps, salt, and stirring some minutes more. We put the lid again for a few moments. After 5 minutes time and thinking about the final presentation of the dish, I have reserved 2 pieces of ceps. La tostadura. Now we are going to start the roasting phase. La tostadura, as the Italians said, consists of frying the rice a little and wrapping it with the stir-fry, obtaining a protective wrap to withstand the next phase of long stirring. We'll add the rice, we'll stir it to integrate it, and we'll see that after a few minutes the grain is becoming very transparent. After a few minutes of the stirring and toasting the rice, we can see that the color changed to gold, but it maintains transparency as I show you now. We'll add again a little more salt, black pepper, and mashed cinnamon powder. We are going to stir all of this and move on to the cooking phase. Remember to grate a bit of orange peel. This brings aromatic and citric flavor. Then we will raise the fire a little and start the cooking phase. At this point you should hear the squeak sound from the impact of the very hot broth in contact with the rice. This means that everything is hot. Initially we'll add 2 ladles of very hot hydration broth. Now we are going to lower the fire. The idea is that everything goes slowly. The rice should absorb the broth and gradually release the starch to give a tasty flavor. If the fire is very strong, the grain won't link up. If the fire is very low, it will become a paste. So you can't do anything but give it your full attention. This means that we must find with the practice the ideal point for cooking. We must understand, therefore, that it's not a matter of stirring the rice all the time, but of helping it to absorb the broth that we are adding to it. We will add the rest of very hot Ceps water, hydration, and we will continue with the very hot vegetable broth. We mustn't stir 100% of the time, but help him to absorb the broth. We will repeat this operation as many times as needed until we reach the correct cooking point. Always, depending on the type of the rice, it will take between 8 to 20 minutes to cook, and you must take it every now and then. This is the point that lets you know if it is cooked or not yet. We add a little more broth again, and to this process from now and now, we will add the layers one by one until this time passes and the rice is cooked. As we can see, cooking risotto is very different from cooking paella. In paella, rice never moves, and in risotto requires this long stirring. Above all, you must find a cooking point, not too strong, neither too soft. This is the experience. Everyone who cooks can never be absolutely sure that it will always work the same way. Now, in my case, after 20 minutes of cooking, I leave it a little smarter than the point of dente, but without touching it. While in today's case, it hasn't been necessary because nothing has stuck. We add a little more nutmeg powder to improve the final flavor. And the trick is, this what I show you is the point of rice puffy and a little bit transparent. But the trick I'll tell you is that you should always have a spoon ready next to the saucepan to taste while cooking. We have now finished the phase of cooking the rice, stopping at the head and removing the saucepan from the head. I'll test it, and this is how we like it at home. We remove it from the fire, and now we'll prepare for the next phase called la mantecatura. La mantecatura in Italian, it means giving creaminess to all the dough we have made. We have finished cooking al dente plus one more point. La mantecatura consists of adding a grated Parmesan cheese. We'll stir and add a little cream. We'll continue stirring and we'll obtain a creamy mass of the risotto. As you see, we already get the point, and now it is taking the loose texture, not sticky or raw. In other words, a creamy classic texture characteristic of risotto. Another advantage of risotto is that we can stop cooking at any time and wait for our guests to arrive and to continue later on without damaging the meal. This is the final shape of the dish. The risotto is finished. Now we'll go to present the dish. Here we have the finished dish, and we have decorated it with 2 pieces of mushroom that we have reserved. Next, I'll give you a list of all ingredients we have used, the step by step, and very important, the 9 mistakes to avoid, and also some tips to keep in mind, so you can make the best risotto in the world. Bon appetit! And to pair with the a good risotto with the Catalan Ceps mushroom, we also should drink a good Catalan cava. Cheers! And if you liked the dish, press like it and subscribe to this channel so that we can continue making and sharing recipes with many tricks. Thank you.